Namo Shakyamuni Buddha. Namo Shakyamuni Buddha. Namo Shakyamuni Buddha. Good morning, everyone. It's good to meet you all again. Before the talk, I would like to report this to you. A few days ago, Venerable Thich Nhat Hanh passed away in Vietnam. He was 95 years old. And he was a great teacher for many decades. Especially, he spent so much time in West, teaching people in English. Myself, I learned a lot from him. And he helped many people to understand what is Buddhism. I appreciate his teaching. And I hope that in the future, we can continue on this path, just like him, and to spread the Dharma in the West. So today, I wanted to say that we missed him. In Buddhism, we do say that we wish one day he's going to return to this world again and continue the teaching on Dharma. Yeah, that is my wish. He was very skillful, very able, to guide people how to correctly understand the Dharma. Today, I wanted to start to use this book, The Buddha Speaks, edited by Anne Bancroft. And today I wanted to start from the first chapter. This chapter is very simple. Okay, that is awakening. Okay, in this chapter, actually Anne collect a lot of contents from different sutras. Okay, and some from Mahayana school, some from Theravada school. So it's mixed contents from different schools. Today, when I started to prepare myself for the talk, actually I asked myself, how can I use this book, let you understand some of the contents by reading, okay? At the same time, how can I use the reading contents to develop, to express some of the thoughts that I have. So it's going to be a mixed way. I'm going to read some of the contents from this book. And also, I hoped from the reading, we can get certain ideas from this. Okay, how are we going to be awakening? Okay, that is the main subjects for today, maybe for next few classes. Okay, a few talks. And from this book, on page 7. It's a long sutra. It's not short, so I cannot read every paragraph. So I decided to read some of the contents in this sutra, but skip some of the contents, in the front. Actually, the first part of this sutra explained how Buddha left palace when he was young, when he was a prince. And then how he went to the forest, learned meditation, how he sat under Bodhi tree, gained enlightenment. So part of history about Buddha. Then follow those contents. I'm going to read other parts for you. Buddha said in this sutra, "The reality that came to me is profound. The reality that came to me is profound." That means after enlightenment, he told himself in this way. Okay. It's very profound. This stage, it's not superficial and hard to see or to understand. It's very hard to see, difficult to see or understand, because it is beyond the sphere of thinking. Nowadays, every one of us, when you ask me, "Venerable, how do you feel?" Let me think. We always say, "I wanted to think. I wanted to analyze this. I wanted to use my thinking to understand the facts." Okay. Yeah. So actually, we are using thinking all the time, but somehow after Buddha achieved enlightenment, he discovered the reality he discovered is very hard to understand for ordinary people, because we all in the sphere of thinking. Okay. It is sublime and unequaled, but subtle and only to be profound, only to be found by the dedicated. Okay. I hope that we're able to type those words on the screen so you can read it. My pronunciation is not always clear or correct. Okay. It is sublime and unequaled, but subtle and only to be found by the dedicated. Most people fail to see this reality, for they are attached to what they cling to pleasures and delights. Since all the world is so attached to material things, it's very difficult for people to grasp how everything originates in conditions and causes. It's a hard job for them to see the meaning of the fact that everything, including ourselves, depends on everything else and has no permanent self-existence. If I were to try to teach this truth, this reality, nobody would understand me. I thought my labor and my trouble would be for nothing. But then it came to me as an insight that I should teach this truth, for it is also happiness. There are people whose sight is only a little clouded, and they are suffering through not hearing the reality. They would become knowers of the truth. It was in this way I went forth to teach. For those who are ready, the door to the deathless state is open. You that have ears, give up the conditions that bind you, and enter in. This is from Majjhima Nikaya. From this reading, today I wanted to remind every one of us that actually after Buddha achieved enlightenment, first he was a little hesitated to teach, because the stage he achieved, he attained, actually is completely different from our own thinking, the way we think. Ordinary people, actually, it's difficult to understand the kind of a reality, the kind of a truth. Yeah. For example, in Buddhism, we always say, everything is conditional. But sometimes when we see the mountain, when we see a house, we feel everything existing by itself alone. So we ignore all conditions. We feel you are one person, he's another person. This is one house, that is another house. Okay? So we divide everything into different way, and thinking these are individual existence, not based on conditions. Okay. So at the same time, after we attach to something, we feel, I hope my body will be permanent. Okay, I wanted to live as long as possible. I don't want it to die. Okay, and also we don't know that how we are here, but we feel I am one. This is I. So today, when we talk about impermanence, it's against people's will, because people willing to have permanent stage, permanent goal there they wanted to achieve. I hope this relationship is permanent. This house is permanent. My body is permanent. My family is permanent. So the way we think is actually against permanence. And also, because of this kind of attachment, so we cannot recognize the facts, the realities. Then we started to make a lot of mistakes, a lot of wrongdoing. Okay, and maybe we are going to have a lot of negative personalities from all those thinking. So in Buddhism, today I wanted to say that it's difficult to teach the Dharma in this world, because the truth Buddha discovered actually is opposite of the ordinary thinking. It's difficult. But somehow Buddha still wanted to teach, because he discovered some people are able to understand this teaching, able to understand this truth. They are partially clouded, not completely clouded. You know, from this reading, actually, I do want to mention this to you, that in Buddhism, we strongly believe all kinds of suffering in this world, all kinds of tragedies in this world, all kinds of afflictions in this world, all based on ignorance. There is a very, very important understanding about Buddha's Dharma. Buddha very emphasized on right view, right understanding. That is the way to eradicate all kinds of problems and sufferings. So that's why today in Buddhism, we never say that you have to believe in Buddha. If you believe in Buddha, then you are going to liberate it. We never say this. We say you have to understand Buddha's teaching. Eradicate your own wrong understanding. in order to liberate yourself. This is the core of Buddha's teaching. So sometimes I do want to use a school to to represent Buddhism. Okay, what is Buddhism? Buddhism just like a school. In this school, there are teachers. Yeah, maybe we can consider Buddha is the principal of the school. And at the same time, there are so many professors, teachers, helping this principal to teach. To teach whom? Teach all kinds of students. So in Buddhism, there is one principle we call Shakyamuni Buddha. At the same time, there are so many teachers. Okay. At the same time, we have so many students. Okay. Why we have this school? You don't want it to say, let's go to this school, let's worship and believe in Shakyamuni Buddha, believe in this principle, believe in all teachers, then we will be good. That is the purpose for the school. No, we all know that why we go to school, because we believe everyone, all human beings, have the potential to learn something. Okay, I think if you are a teacher, basically, I think you have this belief. I believe everyone, every human being has the potential to learn, to improve himself or herself. Even some learn slowly. Even some, stay in this level for many years. But he or he is still learning. Okay. So in Buddhism, we are just like a school. And we have one important understanding. We believe everyone has the potential to learn, to have a better understanding about everything. So you wanted to educate people. You don't want to guide people into blindness. You don't want to provide wrong information to students. Even it's difficult. But this is the fundamental understanding in Buddhism, why we wanted to teach Buddhism, why we wanted to have Dharma classes, because this is a school. All human beings' problems accumulated by ignorance. We wanted to get rid of all those ignorance. So we wanted to educate people, better everyone, better the society. Okay. All right. From this point, then I wanted to go a little further. In Buddhism, Buddha never said that I established this school, we call this Mahayana school. I established that school, that is Theravada school. Buddha never said this. Okay. In his 45 years of teaching, he just simply teach based on each student's needs. So when you have all students, a lot of people go to the school. Do you want to divide levels in the school? Yes, that is normal. It's the same in Buddhism. Okay, we have levels, but no schools. Yeah, schools, formed later after Buddha passed away. Actually, in Buddha's time, in this school, we have different levels. So there are 5 vehicles in Buddhism. Some people, they simply just wanted to be a good person. How can I love my family? How can I establish my business? How can I be healthier? How can I enjoy my life? There is a human being's level, 人生. Buddha taught this level. Sometimes Buddha go to, kindergarten talking to those kids. Okay, That's it. That is what you wanted to learn. Okay. Then another level is the level for people who wishes to go to heaven. In Buddhism, we don't say that you believe in something, you are going to heaven. Actually, in Buddhism, we say, if you wanted to go to heaven, there are 3 conditions. Okay. And sila, observing precepts, as having good conducts in your life. Then be generous, practice giving, sharing. And also the highest level of heaven needs meditation, very deep meditation, in order to enjoy the happiness of this level. So actually in Buddhism, we do teach how to go to heaven, but based on those 3 conditions. Okay. Then we have another 2 levels that is related arahants. In this level, students, they have to learn wisdom, right understanding, carefully, in order to get rid of all kinds of ignorance. So in this level, if we say there are 3 studies, the first 2 levels only study precepts, okay, only study meditation. But the 3rd level for arahants and also for bodhisattvas, they have to increase their right understanding, to gain wisdom, in order to completely get rid of ignorance. So there are 5 levels in Buddhism. And also today, let's go back to the reading. Buddha said, it's not easy to teach everyone to understand this truth. So today, as a Buddhist monk, sometimes I need to comfort myself. Okay, I have done enough. I'm talking to this person for some time. That's enough. Yeah, I have done my best. He's in this level. Let's respect his decision. Some people, they feel they don't want to listen too much. They feel, I don't want to learn, I don't want to listen all the classes, read a lot of books. It's not easy, for this individual. He said, I just want to simply understand some simple way that I can use in my life. Okay, maybe recite a sutra, maybe practice generosity in a certain way. Then I feel I'm fine. For those people, sometimes we cannot force them. So sometimes I do respect their decision. Okay, at this moment, you are in this class. Yeah, you stay there. Yeah, and do the best for yourself. Some people, they strongly feel they have to have a faith inside them in order to have certain power to back them up. In Buddhism, we do have those kind of Buddhists. They may not interested to listen to Dharma classes, but they do want to do certain practice, increase their faith, their belief. Having faith, having belief, also another way to help some people to liberate from certain difficulties. Okay, just like a child. Okay, this is my mother, this is my father. When I see my mother, my father, I feel I'm safe. There is some kind of people, they have this kind of emotional dependence. They wanted to depend on someone. Okay, and I do see some people, they have this kind of needs. Yeah, but today I wanted to let you know that in Buddhism, we do talk about wisdom. We do talk about belief. But the way we talk these two qualities is different from other religion. Yeah, in Buddhism, according to Venerable Nagarjuna's teaching, he said, wisdom like eyes, okay, belief like hand, belief like hand. If you feel you wanted to take something, you wanted to see clearly for this taking, am I taking something right that I need or something wrong that I don't need? So wisdom like eyes, belief like hands. Okay. At the same time, I have eyes, I'm able to see, but I never use my hand to take this book. I'm not going to get the benefits from this book. Is right? So in Buddhism, we say we have to combine these two together. We have to have eyes. We have to have hands in order to complete something that we wanted to study, we wanted to learn. Okay. So sometimes there's some teaching remind us, don't just have hands without eyes. And also, when you have eyes, you better to have two hands to help, to take something you need to take. Okay. So today, when we talk to people, the world is changing all the time. It's impermanent. There's no self inside you. It's conditional, based on 5 aggregates. Okay. And there's no creator. Everything based on causes, no creator. When I came to the States, every time when I talk to other religious believers, the part I feel very difficult to communicate is creator, the idea of a creator. In Buddhism, we don't have a creator. But some other religion, they do believe in creator. It's difficult. So I try to avoid to talk these subjects when I go to other religious churches. Okay. And also, finally, I wanted to emphasize in this way. Buddhism, Buddha's teaching, is not philosophical ideas. This teaching is related with reality, not just related with reality. Also, it's directly connected with us. We can experience those realities. That is very important. Today, if I don't have certain experience about the practice, maybe I'm not here anymore because of my own experience that I gained many years ago. I feel Buddhism is not just theories, it's not ideas. It's also, you can use it in daily life, better yourself, and enhance your own happiness. Clear your mind, make you feel you can think clearly. I remember that when I was in Taiwan, in one summer break, I went to a forest, and in the mountain there is a temple. I joined the group practice. After a few days, maybe a week, one evening I discovered that I couldn't feel where's my body. Normally, after some time, you feel there's a pain, there's a sore. You have your own feelings around you. But somehow, I started to notice that I lost all feeling from the body. I was a little curious and a little shocked. Where am I? So I opened my eyes. Oh, I'm still here. Then I continue on meditation. From that practice, I discovered that I can separate my body feeling with my mind. Even we said for a long time, there's a kind of feeling around my legs, but I did not need to move myself. You know, mind and body can be separated. So in 2013, I used the same kind of practice, separate my mind from my body. When my body was pain, but my mind not in pain, is still in peace. After that practice, I noticed that I was very joyful in everyday's life. It lasted for some time, about 2 months. After I went back to the college, continue on all the studies, then I slowly losing those kind of experience, little by little, because when you're busy on something, maybe the kind of experience, the kind of concentration is getting weak. But after I had that 2 months of the experience of the joy of meditation, that roots in my mind for the rest of my life. I strongly believe that Buddhism is a way to achieve liberation, to get rid of suffering, to clear our thoughts. Even sometimes we may go forward a little, backward a little, but it doesn't matter. As long as you move on, you are going to gain those qualities in your life. Okay, so Bhikkhu Buddha said, today in this modern society, as a Buddhist, we need to maintain the practical way of Buddhism. This is something we all need to keep in our minds. Thank you. Namo Buddha, Namo Dhamma, Namo Sangha. Namo Buddha, Namo Dhamma, Namo Sangha. Namo Buddha, Namo Dhamma, Namo Sangha.